Welcome to another journey through the weird and wonderful world of It's a Mystery. Yeah, get ready to hide your eyes and dive behind your sofas because Ben and Shelley have been combing the country investigating some of the spookiest, freakiest stories you're ever likely to hear. We try to lift the lid on some sinister goings-on in the Mika's kitchen. And how can a load of car accessories suddenly appear out of thin air? And we reveal what caused the mystery illness which swept through an entire factory workforce. Right then, if you think about it, over the years, there have been hundreds of accounts of weird goings-on, such as ghosts and ghouls mysteriously appearing in front of people's eyes. Often, the setting for these strange occurrences is a creepy ancient ruin or an overgrown churchyard. Well, in the following mystery, we discover that these weird events can sometimes occur much closer to home. It's a mystery how Mr. and Mrs. Mika got the fright of their lives.
Maria Mika lived with her family in a small village on the east coast. It was a normal winter's day and she'd been busy shopping. After she put everything away, she made a start on a few household chores before collecting the children from school. Maria picked up a mop and began to clean the kitchen floor. This was a job she hated. It was always the way. As soon as she mopped it, the children would make it dirty again. But this was nothing compared to the events that were about to unfold before her very eyes. As she began to mop, she noticed a really nasty stain on the floor, which she just couldn't budge. She bent down to inspect it. At first, she thought it was some kind of scuff mark, but it was a weird oval shape. Puzzled, she picked up a scrubbing brush and rubbed the mark with some super-strength floor cleaner, but she still couldn't get rid of it. What on earth could it be? Over the next few days, the bizarre mark grew bigger and became the talk of the family. Everyone who looked at the shape tried to remove it, but it was impossible. Day by day, the details within the shape became clearer and clearer until there was no doubt as to what it looked like.
Weird, eh? Or is it? Let's just hold it there for a moment and take another look to see if there's a simple explanation. Now, a lady finds a mark on the kitchen floor. Could it be a scuff from a shoe? The children might have spilled some paint, or someone might have brought some melted tar in from the road. I've done that before. What do you think? Well, it seems possible, doesn't it? However, it doesn't explain the difficulty Mrs. Mika had in removing that stubborn stain. The Mikas stared in disbelief. There, in front of their very eyes, staring up at them, was someone or something's face. What is it?
We've got to get rid of it before the kids come home. It'll give them nightmares.
I've tried scrubbing it off, darling, but the stain's so stubborn it just won't go.
I've got a good idea. Pass me the hammer from the drawer.
What for?
I'm going to do something drastic.
Next door, they were intrigued by the goings-on.
Alfred!
Yes, dear.
Come and have a look at this. What are those nutters the Mika's up to next door?
These'll do the trick.
I hate to disappoint you, love, but there's another one appearing over there.
News of these mysterious happenings soon spread around town. Everyone was talking about them.
Have you heard about the Mikas?
Oh, tell me about it. You ought to live next door to them. All sorts of strange goings-on. I even spotted Mr. Mika smashing up the floor this week. Personally, I don't believe a word of it. Faces on the floor, I ask you.
Just as the faces became the talk of the town, they began to disappear. The Mikas thought they'd seen the last of them and began to get back to normal life. When suddenly... Peter! Quick!
What is it?
They're coming back!
Who are?
The faces!
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, right, it's all a bit far-fetched. But it is a story that was widely reported a few years ago. And as the mystery deepened, it was thought that whatever was causing the bizarre faces must have come from beneath the floor. So why were they so difficult to remove? And what could they have been made of?
Well, the family, in total desperation, decided to call in a local expert to investigate further. He inspected the kitchen floor, was equally baffled, and so they excavated the floor, and guess what? To everybody's amazement, human remains were found beneath.
Oh, that's disgusting. So is that what was making the marks then, skulls and stuff?
Well, not really sure, but some people believe that there's more to these faces than meets the eye, that they're sort of a paranormal work of art created by some mysterious external force.
So what's the answer then?
Don't really know. Couldn't really get any answers. We don't know for sure what they were, what made them appear, if they were even related to the bones, and why they couldn't be removed.
Tell you what, though, it's a spooky story, isn't it? What do you think? I know what I think. Mystery unsolved?